The Oklahoma City Thunder walked into Vegas looking like destiny itself. A 24-1 record. A franchise record 16-game winning streak. A start to the season so dominant it was tied with the best 25-game stretch in NBA history. This was not just the best team in the league on paper. This was a machine, operating with precision, confidence, and a level of defensive control that had broken teams long before halftime all season. So when this NBA Cup matchup tipped off, there was very little reason to believe San Antonio was about to rewrite anything. These stories usually end quickly. The Thunder jump out early, strangle the game with defense, and by the fourth quarter the outcome feels inevitable. That is exactly how it started. And then Victor Wembanyama happened. Even with a strict minutes restriction, even coming off nearly a month sidelined with a calf strain, even starting the game on the bench, what Victor did in just 21 minutes may have been one of the most impactful stretches of basketball we have seen all season. A plus 21 in a game of this magnitude is absurd. The moment he stepped on the floor, the energy flipped. The spacing flipped. The confidence flipped. Suddenly, this was no longer a mismatch. It became a statement. San Antonio's 111-109 win over Oklahoma City was not just about advancing to the NBA Cup final or adding another win to the standings. It fundamentally altered the way this Spurs team has to be viewed moving forward. This felt like a rival. The return itself came with uncertainty. Victor was back, but not unleashed. He did not start. He did not play in the first quarter. At the time, it felt like a dangerous gamble against a team that buries opponents early and rarely lets them back into games. Oklahoma City wasted no time showing why. A quick 14-4 start, capped by one of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's signature baseline pull-up jumpers, made it feel like the script was already written. But San Antonio did not fold. Their role players tightened defensively, made just enough shots, and kept the deficit manageable. Down 11 after one quarter against this Thunder team was not a victory, but it was survival. And that was all they needed. The second quarter changed everything. Victor checked in, and the game immediately bent around him. His first offensive touch was not a highlight jumper or a post-up. It was effort, crashing the offensive glass, tipping in a miss, making his presence felt without the ball. Then came the chaos. Missed threes turned into kickouts. Broken plays turned into open shots. He slipped, fell, and still found shooters in the corner. In a 3-minute stint, he was a +7, and this time the plus-minus told the full truth. When Victor sat again, Oklahoma City surged, pushing the lead back to 16. And then he returned, and once again the floor tilted. Even when he did not touch the ball, his gravity changed everything. Isaiah Hartenstein was pulled out of the paint. Driving lanes opened. De'Aaron Fox attacked mismatches. Devin Vassell and Dylan Harper found rhythm. On the other end, Victor erased plays before they could develop. Alley-oops disappeared. Paint touches vanished. The Thunder were forced into contested jumpers, one of the few soft spots in an otherwise elite offense. In a blink, San Antonio rattled off a 13-0 run. What was once a 16-point deficit became a 3-point game by halftime. Victor was a +20 in just 7 first-half minutes. That is not influence. That is domination. The third quarter was gritty and tense. San Antonio briefly took its first lead behind Fox's aggression, but Victor's minutes were carefully managed. And this was by design. By the time the fourth quarter arrived, he had only played 8 minutes in the second half. This was the reason he came off the bench. This was the moment the Spurs had been saving him for. The fourth quarter opened with Victor starting, and immediately the tone changed again. A block on Chet Holmgren's fadeaway. A clean turn-and-shoot jumper over Jalen Williams. A balance-defying finish over Holmgren off a broken pass. It did not feel real. And yet, this was not a one-man show. Fox had already delivered big shots. The defense stepped up without Victor on the floor. Stephon Castle attacked gaps and finished plays with confidence that belied his age. Devin Vassell answered every Oklahoma City run with a calm, timely bucket. When Victor returned for the final 5 minutes, the building erupted as he finished a ridiculous inbounds alley dunk. Shai responded, as stars do. But Victor's presence continued to unlock downhill pressure and open shooting windows. The final minutes were a test of composure, and San Antonio passed. When the buzzer sounded, the numbers felt almost fictional. In 21 minutes, Victor posted 22 points, 9 rebounds, multiple stocks, and a +21 on elite efficiency. But the most important part of this story is the context around it. This win does not happen without the month San Antonio survived without him. That stretch forced this team to grow. It forced Fox to become the engine again. It forced Castle, Vassell, and the supporting cast to learn how to win without leaning on the easiest solution in basketball. Those lessons did not disappear when Victor returned. They stacked on top of his brilliance. Fox was brilliant again, controlling tempo and answering momentum swings. Vassell matched him shot for shot. Castle continued to announce himself as a real piece of the future. This did not feel like a superstar rescuing a broken roster. It felt like a superstar amplifying a team that already knew how to stand on its own. And that is what should terrify the league. This is not Victor dragging a flawed group forward. This is Victor elevating a team that has already beaten Houston, Denver, and now Oklahoma City in high-stakes, playoff-adjacent environments. The defensive impact alone tells the story. Without Victor, San Antonio's defensive rating balloons. With him on the floor, it collapses into elite territory. He does not just block shots. He changes minds. Opponents avoid the paint entirely, settling for contested jumpers over the top. That effect was visible in real time against the best team in the NBA. And now, the most important question is not whether this team works with Victor. It is how high the ceiling goes once he and De'Aaron Fox finally get real continuity together. The depth is real. The confidence is real. The growth is undeniable. This was not just an upset. This was a warning. San Antonio is not waiting for the future anymore. They are here, right now, and with Victor Wembanyama back in the fold, the Western Conference just became a lot more complicated. So now it's your turn. Did this win officially announce the Spurs as real contenders? Or is this just the beginning of something even bigger? What stood out to you most about Victor's return and San Antonio's composure against the best team in the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep, story-driven breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in, because this Spurs story is only getting louder from here.